Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost, and today is April 12th, 2022. It is exactly 30 years ago that Disneyland Paris opened up, and we are here for the giant celebration. We have so much to be talking about. I'm like so excited. We've been given flags, they have parades, they have balloons, they've got music going. I was even given today by the hotel staff we're staying at, they gave me a special boutonniere to wear today to celebrate the 30th anniversary. I am very honored and flattered. We have so much to cover with you guys today. We got interviews, we got panels. I'm just mind-boggled. Last night they brought us by and gave us a little sneak preview. There's only 1,000 people are gonna be able to go to this panel today. And this panel is an invite-only panel. You can't buy a ticket to it. You had to have been invited. And we got invited! I can't believe it. We're gonna show you that whole panel. Plus, we'll be doing interviews with a bunch of cast members. We're gonna show you some attractions and show you all the different festivities and parties here for the 30th celebration here at Disneyland Paris. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Let's get started. I'm excited. This is gonna be a big day. The reason we're here is for today. So let's get going, guys. Okay, guys, we are going in. This is it. And the energy here is high. It feels good. If you're lucky enough, you'll be able to get some of these flags. These flags say, I was here for the 30th. They have like a little Snapchat filter on them and everything. People are excited. The energy, it feels good. I don't know how to explain it. Just people are excited. I'm excited. We're inside, guys, and look, there's a Disneyland Paris Railroad. This is a special color. Purple is a big deal. Everyone's wearing this sparkle purple here for the 30th. They got all kinds of merchandise. They've got pins, they've got flags. It is happening. Woo! I'll show you all kinds of things happening today. Very excited. So thank you for being along for the ride today. I don't know everything that's even gonna be happening. We've been given special access to certain things, and we've taken some little bit of tour, and everything I can show you, I will show you. Here we go, let's enter the park. Walking in right here, guys, and this is it. Oh, and they got their flags. We gotta come over here, I'll show you the flags. Look at it, they're giving out the flags. This is amazing, look at the flags, people are going nuts. This is so fun, this is so fun. Yay! Woo! Yes! Yay! Here we go! Woo! There's all the cast members! Hey! Yes! Over here! Yeah! There's a big party, everybody! Yeah! More cast members! Woo! Okay, over here! Yeah! Oh my gosh, everybody's freaking out, guys. It is so fun. I can't even handle this. I got permagrin. Can you guys see down the street? The balloons are going. People are freaking out. They're singing their songs. This is the song they have for the 30th celebration. And they're excited. Here we go, yeah! Oh, Hobbit Tower Chair, woo! Oh, everybody! There we are, here we go, yes! Even more cast members, hey! Hi guys, hello, hello! Yay! There we are, yay! There we go, they're pirates! Oh my gosh, I can't handle this, guys! All the different cast members, yay! Oh my gosh! Disneyland Paris cast members are still saying hello, everybody. Look at them. They have their scarves on. They look good. Oh, there we go. All the way down. The whole street, guys. The whole street. It's just wall-to-wall cast members screaming, cheering, yelling. This is so much fun. Woohoo! Cast members! Yeah! Woo! Yes. Here we go. Hello. Hello. All of them. Oh. Yeah! Here we go, guys, here they are, ready? Yes! Woo! Yes! Are you ready, cast members? Yes! You're the best! Yes! Oh my gosh, kisses, kisses! Hello, hello! castle. We're going through here. I almost feel emotional, guys. This is the crazy. They're lined up all the way around, all the way around. They're just singing and having the best time. Yes, cast members! Yeah! Woo! Yes! Oh yeah! All right, guys. Oh, you look so good. Yes! Hello, guys. Hello! I've never, ever experienced something like that at Disneyland. Like, I don't know why, it made me feel emotional. The cast members are so happy and they're having this giant party and everybody's celebrating. They gave us special maps and they gave us like these flags and the people are just happy. They're happy to be here and you could feel the energy. It feels amazing. I've never experienced like that. I don't know if I'll ever experience anything like that again. All the cast members up and down both sides of Main Street, all the way down through around the hub, and they're just cheering and just happy to be here. It was fun, so fun to see them. But you guys, that's just the beginning. This is just the day, it's just getting started. We have even more to show you guys. It's gonna get even better. Oh, I'm so glad that you're willing to join in and spend some time with me, seeing this 30th anniversary. Let's check it out, let's keep going. Here we go, guys! Yes! Woo! Look at the cast members here, yes! Hey, hello! Hello, hello! Yeah! Woo! It tugs on my heartstrings. They're just so happy to be here. Shining from a tree. Here we go! Monkey see Disney! People they're getting engaged, they're cheering, they're celebrating, everything's going on. It's so much. I can't handle this all. Yes! Here they are! Woo! There we are! Hello! We love the cast members so much. I just want to keep showing a few more of them because they're out here in full force today and I just can't believe the energy that they're bringing. This is just a party. This is exactly what you want in a celebration. It is a party. This is Renee.
Hey, everybody.
He's from Germany. Are you having fun?
I am.
It's so fun. Let's go look at some cast members some more and say hi. And they're dancing. You guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Woo! There you are, having a good time here. Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Yes. What do you say? Like, I have a little bit. What do you say? Like a wee bit.
A wee bit of cracking time.
It's a party, guys.
It's a wee
We also have people from California. California. I just kind of want you guys to see what's going on here. Like, if you can see all the way down Main Street, it's like you see all the balloons going. It is a party. People are just coming in and they're all just dancing and having fun and going around the hub here. And the park's open, you go do other things, but nobody wants to leave because it's so fun. The characters just arrived. There's Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, oh my gosh, Goofy. There they go, guys. Check them all out, having a great time, dancing and just enjoying it. By the way, here in Disneyland Paris, Goofy's name is Dango. It's not Goofy, it's Dango. Pluto is getting it. Oh my gosh. Go, Pluto. Mickey's over there dancing, and then over there you got Minnie. Hello? You guys, here I am with Louis.
Hello.
And he used to work on the Ratatouille like 2 years ago, right?
Yes, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. By the way, this is the best party ever.
Yes.
The Disneyland Paris cast members are fun, having a party, the best.
Yeah.
So, do you want to say to everybody, say happy birthday, Disneyland Paris?
Happy birthday, Disneyland Paris. Bon anniversaire. Feliz cumpleaños.
The party basically just started, and then now we're going to move on and do more things. But I have to introduce you guys. This is Philip. Hey everyone. Hey, you need to follow his Disneyland channel. His is the Disneyland Paris channel. It's DLRP fans. Everything Disneyland Paris. He has access to everything, all the coolest things. So make sure you follow Disneyland Paris, DLRP fans, FANS.
Show it in the comments.
Yeah, I'll put it down in the
You can
comments.
follow me.
What is the best attraction?
Best attraction.
Yes, here in
Well,
Disneyland Paris.
Big Thunder Mountain is quite unique here.
Oh, it's
It goes
amazing.
underwater and then back up again. When you start, you directly go into speed.
Yeah, oh, so fast.
Not any other Big Thunder Mountain is like that.
No.
So this is unique.
Paris.
I'm still sweating. It's a
It's
2-hour
hot.
party already here in the sun. It's crazy.
He says it's like California weather, where it's like 72 degrees. It's beautiful. Philip has been filming here since
94.
1994.
Yep.
And before YouTube, he would make videos of Disneyland and then put them on DVD and then
send them around.
Send them around to people who wanted them. Then in 2006, YouTube started, so he's been here. You have every parade.
I have every parade, every show, every happening in the park, everything.
What's your favorite parade of all time?
The 25th anniversary.
Oh, of course.
It lasted for more than 25 minutes and they kept on coming out of the castle and I was standing in the middle filming and it was like, what's happening? When does it stop?
It's the longest parade that Disney has ever done.
The biggest.
And, yeah. And almost every character, like
Every
all
character.
the rare characters that you never see, and they just kept coming out. And they came right out of the mouth of the castle and went around. That was that's 5 years
That's
ago.
still one of the most popular videos.
Yes.
Millions of views on it.
It's because it's crazy. It's awesome.
It's really
Yeah,
crazy.
Absolutely. Oh wait! Oh my gosh! Look here, everybody say hello. Hi. They're from Belgium. It's Kimberly.
Yeah.
And
Lorraine.
Lorraine. And Lorraine is a writer. She writes books.
Hi.
And Kimberly is also a vlogger from Belgium.
Yeah, I
And
am.
You look so good.
Oh, thank you so much.
The party was amazing.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was. It really was amazing. It really
Yes.
was.
And this is Philip. He's from DLRP fans.
Ken je wel waarschijnlijk.
Yeah. Oh, they know. Yeah, absolutely.
We're such a small country. Everyone knows each other. I think the vloggers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
You are Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
No. Well, they're from Belgium. It's about 3 hours, right?
Yeah. 3-4 hours.
3-4 by train. And you were saying that some mornings she gets up at 6 in the morning, gets on a train, comes here for the day, then gets on a train and goes back in one day. 4 hours, so 8 hours total. She's like, no big deal.
No big deal. Not for me.
Die Hard fans. Look, guys, here's the cast members, and look at their costumes. They are at the hotel
Disney's Newport Bay Club. Yeah.
Disney's Newport Bay Club,
Yes.
and you just said it's the most beautiful hotel, right?
Yeah, the biggest one.
The biggest one.
The biggest one of
And and you are the most handsome, right?
Oh, thank you.
Probably. Probably.
So yeah, we are here in Frontierland. So what do you like about Frontierland here in Paris, other than in California?
First of all, Phantom Manor is amazing. Totally different than Disneyland. Totally different. But I also love you have that giant fort to walk in.
Yep, the Imagineer Tony Baxter wanted to have something if people come into the entrance of Frontierland. First thing they see had to be Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain. Yeah, of course,
So
Tony
when you
Baxter.
enter, that's the first thing
Yeah.
you see. Then it's like, how can I get on this ride?
Yes.
It's the middle of the water.
So what is your favorite land?
My favorite land is Frontierland.
Frontierland.
And you know why? That's because here in Europe we're not used to cowboys and things like that. And
Right.
we don't have mountains like that.
No, you don't.
And it's just the opposite way around where you live.
Yeah, it's exactly. So I have to show you. You don't probably see this. I have to show you how to do a cowboy walk.
I never.
Ready?
Is it? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm American. I know how to walk like a cowboy. You ready? Shoo!
Is that because of I'm sitting on the horse?
Like
Like
this.
this?
Yes. And then you have the, you guys gotta. Also, I do know this. The castle. Your
Yeah.
castle is beautiful.
That's just the opposite. We are used to seeing castles.
Yes, exactly. So you made a fantasy castle here, and like in America, our castle just.
Yeah, I know. That's the first thing. If we come to California, where is the castle? Is it that small?
It's tiny. It's so tiny.
They needed to make something special to have us say, wow.
Yeah.
Because we're used to seeing castles.
Yeah. Okay, so we're now going to go do an interview. You'll see the interview of the Dapper Dans, the original Dapper Dans from 30 years ago. You guys, I met with a very special treat. I'm here with the original quartet from opening day from 1992. I'll let them introduce. First, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Stuart.
Stuart.
Bass.
Soprano.
Yeah, usually.
Okay, Stuart the bass.
John the baritone.
John the baritone. Also, the very handsome one. Very handsome.
Martin the lead.
Martin the lead.
And I'm Steve the tenor.
Steve the tenor. They came here, you guys were here on opening day, and you guys would sing songs. What was your favorite song to sing?
Zippity-doo-dah.
Can we have a little bit of it? A little taste?
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
You guys are making me emotional. You guys, this is a piece of history. They're here. They're coming back here for the 30th. Everybody here is giving a huge round of applause, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
This is just the kind of thing that you dream about when you open up your mouth. A song pops out. This is just the kind of thing that you dream about when you open up your mouth. A song pops out. It's a truth. It's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Zip, zip, zippity-yay.
I just have to take a moment and say I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. The Disney magic is, you feel it so strong today. It just is good. I just want you guys to know the world is good. The world is good. And you are amazing. And I want you guys to know that no matter what is going on, sometimes we get bogged down with fear or whatever, just don't give up. Just keep plugging along and know that the world is good because of people like you. You're amazing. I can't believe it just happened. I don't know. It just like tugged right at my heartstring. I was like, all the feels.
When skies are cloudy and gray, they're only gray for a day. Wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Just remember that sunshine always follows the rain. So wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles of dreams. Is everybody all right at the back? Yeah! Right. This is emotional. This is the biggest thing for us is to sing for you guys. And so many people have come up to us. You were either here in 1992 or you've met us since then, since we've been coming back. And it's just amazing to have you all here. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course,
We can't do it without a song, a tribute to the boss and the chef, Mickey Mouse.
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. So hey there, hi there, ho there, you're as welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Forever let us hold a banner high, high, high. And sing a song and join the basket wares. We love Mickey Mouse.
Can I have a cheer from any of the social media channels here? We love you. We love all of you for the love we've been receiving on Twitter and Facebook when we said we were coming. Joyous anniversary, joyous anniversary, joyous anniversary, joyous
That was incredible. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go down into the hub where they have a special celebration parade. I'm gonna try to show you all that parade. Then after the parade, we're gonna go to this special panel. I'm trying to show you everything that's special just here today, just trying to make the day as special as possible. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Oh, by the way, do you like my flower? I love that. I didn't realize that was a really big deal. People keep coming up and asking about it. It was given to me by a cast member, and very few people have them. And so people keep coming up, they're like, you got one, you got one. So I'm very honored. And so I just want to tell the Disneyland Paris cast members, thank you so much. We love you. You made this magic amazing. We're getting ready for the parade. I'm gonna show you the whole parade as much as I can. There's a stage right there, they'll be dancing. There's a stage right there, they'll be dancing. There is an energy here that I cannot describe it. It's magical. Standing next to me is Nikki.
Hi everyone.
You're from Holland.
Holland,
She's from Holland.
correctly.
Tell me, what is it like here today?
It is absolutely amazing. There's like an electricity here that is indescribable.
It's wonderful. And by the way, your hair,
Thank you so much.
it's wonderful. Is it for the 30th, the
It
purple?
is especially for the 30th.
It looks wonderful. What makes this show, this parade that we're about to see, so amazing is that they allow the performers, to do like to show their personality. The performers, they're showing their personality, they're showing how they feel. They actually even like consult with them when they're getting ready to put on their makeup for the day. They said, what do you want your makeup to look like? It's the first time Disney's ever done that, where like, people are like, I'm really happy today. So they made the makeup bolder and brighter, or they're like, you know, I feel a little subdued today, or whatever. They'll work with the performer, the cast member, say, you tell us how you want to look and feel, and then you go project that energy when the show starts. It's the first time that this has ever happened in a Disney park on their parades. And you can see it when they're performing. They're going hard, guys. It's amazing. The parade is just about coming down. It's called Dream and Shine Bright. And this is an amazing, amazing parade. Here comes the music. I'm gonna try to show you everything I can so you guys can see this at home. I wish you were here with me, but let's just pretend that you are, because I love it that you guys are here. I'm able to share this with you. Let's watch it. Everybody's dancing. Isn't that amazing? I hope you're enjoying today as much as I am. Thank you so much for being here with me. Oh my gosh. This is, I don't even know how to explain it. The energy here is out of control. It's electric, it's fun, it's crazy, people are excited. Everybody's happy. Man, they know how to party. Everybody's like dancing, having a good time, guys. Okay, so the next thing on our agenda is we have to go to the New York hotel, Marvel themed. That's where we're having this special panel. We have to check in, get our badges, and go through. Very excited about this. and I'm gonna try to show you as much of that as I can. Let's go to the panel now. All right, we just checked into this event. This is really nice. We got a little bit of water, some tables to kind of relax before we go to this event. Now, I've made up my mind. I know exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do this. This next part, I'm going to show you this panel, and I'm going to try to show you some highlights of the panel. And then after that, I'm going to be going with some cast members and some Disneyland Paris aficionados and some VIPs, and we're going to go to the park, and we're going to close the park down. We're going to ride rides. They want me. They told me, they're like, hey, you do all these secrets for Disneyland, but there's even better secrets that you haven't talked about for Disneyland Paris. And they're like, you got to come and do these amazing secrets about Disneyland Paris. So I'm going to do that, but I worry this video is going to be too long. So here's what I'm going to do. At the end of this panel, that'll be the end of this video. But tomorrow, if you're so inclined and you want to, tomorrow I'll do the video where I'm going around showcasing tonight, going to do the rides and all those different secret deep cuts at Disneyland Paris. I'll be showing that in tomorrow's video. So that way, this video is not too long for you guys. I hope that's okay. Does that make sense? So this is awesome. Next thing we have coming up is the panel. The panel. This is gonna sound a little, I just got super nervous. They're just talking to me. Because this was an invited event. You had to be invited. They have invited some other YouTubers, but they're all from Europe, European YouTubers. And I'm like, I feel like a little bit of a fish out of water. I'm like the only American, crazy American. But they're like, no, we love the secrets revealed. Can you please talk about this? And we thought you would enjoy this. So now I feel this pressure that we gotta do well. So I hope that you are enjoying this video. The magic today here has been amazing. We're walking in, they're giving headsets for people who need them. These are all the different headsets for all the people here because the conference is going to be in English. So they're trying to give headsets for people who might need it in their language, their foreign language. Have all different languages represented here. Oh my gosh. We are right at the very front, off the side a little bit. That's the stage right there. And we're gonna be able to video record a lot of this. I'm gonna try to get some highlights here, and we'll put this here. This is very exciting. I have a lot of Disney Imagineers. We'll be able to hear their stories, and I'm just thrilled and honored to be here. And I hope you're enjoying today. This is all just celebrating 30 magical years here at Disneyland Paris. So I'm glad that you're along with me for the ride.
Chers amis, dear guests, merci d'accueillir. Please welcome Vice President Walt Disney Imagineering Paris and Site Portfolio Executive Disneyland Paris, David Wilson. Let's give a warm welcome to Portfolio Creative Executive Disneyland Paris, Tom Fitzgerald.
You can tell we're not usually on the stage, we're usually behind the scenes, but we are thrilled to be here with you today. Are you excited as much as we are?
Wow, we are thrilled to be here too, because we don't get to do this often, so it's a real treat for us.
How many of you out there were actually here 30 years ago at the opening? Wow, how many of you were not born 30 years ago?
More, there's more,
All right, there's more.
Everyone may not know who everyone is. Very quick introduction. Tony Baxter, a lot of you apparently do know who he is. He was the Executive Creative Director for the Disneyland Park. Tracy Eck, many of you know Tracy. Among the other things she's done, she designed all the lighting for the outdoor spaces at the Disneyland Park, and she is currently the art director for the Disneyland Park. Tom Morris, we say often, and it is true that we have the most beautiful castle around the world. That's thanks to Tom. Tom designed the castle and was the creative director for Fantasyland. Sylvie was an interior designer for Fantasyland, working with Tom at the first gate, worked on the Disney MGM Studios Europe with me, and is currently the art director for the hotels here at Disneyland Paris.
On this side, if you love Discoveryland, you love Tim Delaney, because he, among many other projects. Beth Clapperton is currently our creative director for Avengers Campus. Bjorn is the director of design and production for Imagineering and is involved in numerous projects over here, and you're going to hear more about his. So you've got a really great group of Imagineers.
I would like to know when you first heard of this new project called Euro Disneyland, and how you got involved in that.
That was another lifetime ago, you know. We had finished a couple of projects you may know, Star Tours and Splash Mountain. It was in work, and they were really thrilled with the way Star Tours was performing. So I was approached and they said, would you like to take on a bigger challenge? And I said, I had no idea what that would mean, but it turned out to be this unbelievable opportunity given to, I can't believe I had this opportunity. Here in Paris, everybody comes here to see this beautiful cultural landmark in Europe, and the task of creating something that's complementary to that is bigger than you can imagine. So when we started, the land looked like what you're seeing right there with me in front of it. And I think it was daunting, it was exciting. I took 1 year of French in high school that I said I probably will never in my life have the opportunity to use it, and boy did I use it. So that was pretty much the start of Disneyland Paris for me. It was originally, as a lot of you know, I've even seen some sweatshirts today, Euro Disney. And I said, first of all, no one is a Euro. There are French people and there are Germans and there's English, but there aren't Euros. And so like, who are we building this for? And we dropped subtle hints to Michael Eisner, like, you know, Disneyland, Paris, you know, Tokyo, Disneyland, that makes sense, you know, like, and so after a couple of years, we got them to come around to that, and it made a huge difference in the marketing of the park, because it was understandable. Families could bring children for Disneyland and have that once-in-a-lifetime romantic experience here in the city of Paris, Disneyland Paris.
How did you choose the talent that you chose to help you design and creatively lead this development?
As you work at Imagineering, as I had since 1970, and here we were in 1987, so that was 17 years of seeing who had like-minded feelings about this project. But I think you'd all have to agree that when you walk through Disneyland Paris, it has that charm of Disneyland, and that's because everybody here in this group and the groups that are not here grew up with that. They understood it. It was in our DNA. So it was kind of a natural selecting process, I guess.
Disney parks are probably the only places that you can go to see some of your work so many years later, and it's just as good as it was when you left it. And in many cases, it's even better, in better shape. And one great example is the hedge maze, which has grown so full and lush and lavish, and we were very worried the first couple of years that it wouldn't make it through the first winters. So unlike other you know, architects, engineers, etc., and they go back and they see their buildings, they haven't, you know, they're forlorn, they haven't been taken care of. Disneyland Paris, it's just as good as when you left it.
I think when I walked through the gate on my first day here, first of all, it was a gorgeous day, and we weren't expecting to have that. But as you walked into the train station and heard the music that Eddie had selected, and it was still playing, and just the emotion of being there, and that it was everything that we meant it to be and still more, I got really emotionally moved at that point. I'm gonna have that feeling now. And then I was able to get a reservation for Waltz, and I sat right on the windows looking out on Main Street, and the parade came by, and after the parade was over was an equally large group of guests marching along after that parade, and they knew the music, they were excited about it, they were performing in this thing, and I said, this is just amazing that for 30 years with all the troubles we've had in the last 2 years have certainly been a challenge. To see all these people enjoying and feeling this thing. And again, I had that emotional, overwhelming experience there. And I shared it with a waiter who was just the nicest person I've ever met up there. And so for me, it's not just how great the rides are and all that, it's just the total, thing that we've been able to create here and what it does, how it affects people's lives.
How did being in the heart of Europe impact your design of this park?
I think the culture of Europe and also the climate that demands certain ways of handling people created a fresh look. We had covered Main Street in Tokyo because they have similar climate issues in the winter, but it looks kind of, to me it was too controlling. And I know the French people love to eat outside, they love to be in the sunshine when it's available. So we built the arcades. So that's a good example of a way of creating something that flanks Main Street behind both of the sides of it. The idea of making it more welcoming. And where we got that was from taking a research trip all over Europe to find out what were the ways in which things were done. How is food service handled? How is accommodations handled? And what kind of attractions are out there? Not just theme parks, but going to great museums and everything, because whatever we did needed to complement what was already here. And if you have great castles and beautiful cathedrals and everything, those don't exist in Orlando or Anaheim. And so you can be the only game in town. But we had to begin to think, and of course Tom will go into it, but like the castle had to be completely rethought to reflect fairy tales rather than being an authentic recreation of some of the Gothic structures you'd see right here 100 miles from our park.
And we have the most beautiful castle in the world, and in a land of castles, right?
Over 40,000 castles are in France, and I did not know that until recently. And if I had known that 35 years ago, I may not have accepted the challenge. And so the number one thing I think that we needed to do was make this castle stand out from the other 40,000 castles that are in France. But how do you do that? So everyone has a different idea of how that's done. I went through a whole bunch of storybooks, old Grimm's fairy tales, N.C. Wyeth books about Robin Hood and other fairy tales, classic fairy tales. And we put together kind of a collage board that said, these are the DNA pieces. These are the feelings that we want in the castle. Kind of a softer, older, a little bit more medieval, not as much Renaissance. So it was really just going through pages and pages and pages of fairy tale and story books that I found out years later, some of the books were the books that Walt Disney brought back from one of his first trips to Europe that the library, the research library at Imagineering has. So we put together this board, and I guess we pitched it to Michael, and Michael liked the idea and the approach to it. So it's a storybook, classic storybook castle with a French accent. That's what we were after.
And it had to have a dragon in the basement. Tom wouldn't have been able to get off the project until that dragon was in the basement.
That's right. Use everything. That's what he would tell his Imagineers. Use every space. If you're going to dig, use all that space. If you're going to create something, use the whole building. Don't leave wasted parts. And so I think the entire, not just the Fantasyland team, but the entire Disneyland Paris team all kind of agreed that this castle needs to be kind of placed up on a hill to make it more aspirational and inspirational. And that meant that there was going to be a void space underneath that hillside. So what better to fill up that space? And I was also a big fan of Tom Sawyer Island at Disneyland. So I loved caves, caverns, underground trails leading to I don't know where. And so that was an aspect that I wanted to infuse in the castle and then pay it off with something really cool, like a dragon.
The other parks before this one always had a Tomorrowland, and we don't have a Tomorrowland. So why is that?
Well, actually we do have a Tomorrowland. It's just kind of in a different form. I went back to Theme Park Design 101 and started analyzing the Disney parks as we know them, and realized that with the exception of Main Street, and with the exception of Tomorrowland, All the other lands are basically collections. Whether it's Fantasyland, it's a collection of stories from different lands, different areas, different times. Adventureland is the same way. It's a series of exotic ports, everything from the Caribbean to North Africa. It's all put together under the emotional context of adventure. So it's like, wait a minute, let's do something else. Let's do a collection of futures. So we decided to do a partial kind of Leonardo da Vinci land with the Orbitron. We had an H.G. Wells version of the future, which was Imagineering. We had a Jules Verne version of it with Videopolis, and eventually the Nautilus and Space Mountain. The key to getting anything done here is to get the idea about how to translate an idea into a vision and into reality. And that's where the exciting challenge came as far as me and my team came up with. So we wanted to create a place that was animated and alive, and most importantly, a Tomorrowland that is a vision of the future that ends up being timeless. I was working on the Living Seas Pavilion, and I got notified that Kirk Douglas, and this was for Epcot Center, and Kirk Douglas happened to be the park, and he came to look at the Seas Pavilion, and we walked him through the queue line, and as soon as we came to the 20,000 Leagues poster and a model of the Nautilus, and he was the star of that film, he stopped and he said, "Oh my God, this is fantastic. I love that movie and I'd love to get that poster." I sent him the poster and he sent me a very lovely letter back. And it was fantastic. He goes, this is one of my most favorite things. Thank you very much. 10 years later, we're working and building the Nautilus here. And Jeffrey Katzenberg came with Michael Douglas. And Michael Douglas, when I let him in the fence and we were under construction, as soon as he saw the Nautilus, I thought he was going to choke up with tears. It was like, I remember being at the Disney Studios with my father. We were filming the movie. It was great. And I said, I met your father. He sent me a letter. And it was so nice. He goes, well, that's what my father does. But the reason I tell you this story is that no matter who is out there, everyone is affected emotionally to these parks. There's an emotional context to all of them. And no matter how famous they are or what they've done, they all have this love of what Disney's all about. The one great thing about when I think about Space Mountain is that I consider it to be, at the time we opened, the perfect attraction. We always focus on story. We try to get a person connected to that story. We look for new technologies. We look for the right place, the right space, the right budget, and the right time to do them. And this particular attraction actually checked all the boxes. I remember in 1992 when we opened, the guests who came were like curious, right? Like, okay, well, we'll give this Disney thing a try. And that was in 92. By 1995, the cast members, the guests who came here, were totally Disney bought into fans. It was just spectacular.
We're out in the backyard of Diane Disney's house, Walt's daughter, who's serving us potato salad. Now there's no maids or anything like that. And then in comes George Lucas, and hi guys, and then Ron Miller, who's the head of the company. And I remember saying to myself, I said, if the plane goes down on the way home, it doesn't matter. This is as good as it gets. And George had a very interesting thing to say. He said, Disney's a #1 quality in what they do. And I believe my films are #1 quality in what they do. And he says, there's no other way a partnership in bringing these two things could happen unless it happened at Disney. And that was the beginning. Mark Hamill brought his kids to ride the test vehicle we had at Imagineering. And they sat in there with their father, and then they experienced being in outer space. And when it was over, they looked at their dad and they said, did this really happen, Dad? Because they've only seen him in a movie, and here they were feeling everything. And so I think it ushered in a brand new era of ways to tell stories. In every other park we've built a Big Thunder, it came last. So in the area of Frontierland and Disneyland, it was after an older ride had been taken out. In Florida, it was out at the farthest reach of the Frontierland in Florida, and the same is true in Tokyo. So here we had a shot of putting it where it wanted to be, in the middle, because the energy of the movement of the rides and the people screaming and the bells ringing and all that, it brings kind of the gold rush era to life. So we said, what if we do a Frontierland that's all homogenized into the John Wayne, Monument Valley, John Ford, the director. It had that look so that when you walked through the fort, it was consistent from the Haunted Mansion looking like a gold baron's house all the way out to the Mexican end at the far end. So it's a panorama, like Tom said, but it's unified in all my 4 Big Thunders. You know, the one thing that disappointed me is that you have a certain amount of energy that you can use in each of the runouts. And because the last one has to get you into the station and then save some energy to get you down to the start, the last part was always a little bit of a disappointment in California, Florida, and in Tokyo. And I said, there's got to be a way to solve that. And the solution was put the station over on the land, and then to get to Big Thunder, there's only one way, and that is to dive all the way below the clearance of the boats and then come up on the ride. And of course, you know what that added to it. It added the best, most thrilling opening of any thrill ride we've ever done, because you don't go up a lift, you just go like a bat out of hell down into the bottom. And then at the end, all of us that are used to the versions in California and Florida are ready for the little peter out ending, and instead, the ride dives down into the Bat Cave, and it is one of the most powerful moments on any coaster anywhere to this day. So this is definitely, I can say firmly, the very best Big Thunder we've ever built. It's here in France.
We knew that the original team had wanted to use Vincent Price as a narrator in the show, and we said, well, let's try and make that happen. And so we found a way to bring back some of his dialogue and make the attraction bilingual, which we've done more and more of as the years have gone by to make it more accessible for our audience. And then from a story standpoint, how could we clarify the story? I know that Jeff Burke, who was the original designer, said, well, I think everyone will make up their own story. And in fact, they did. And so all sorts of books and articles, as we looked, it's like there's so many different variations of who is she and who is he and what really happened. And so we said, well, let's try and clarify the story a bit. So we got to go back and say, who is the Phantom? And what is his daughter's story? And what happened? And what little Easter eggs can we plan throughout the rest of the ride?
So before we jump back into Phantom, I just want to say that renovation of all of those Disney classics, Phantom, Big Thunder, Mountain Pirates, initially it sort of seemed like, oh man, we have to go back in and fix them up. But it was such an incredible experience for me, because we saw how we lived again. We relived the detail, the passion that goes into those original classics. It was really a thrill to discover. I learned an awful lot about all of those Disney classics. So it was a huge thrill. And then Phantom Manor for me was my initiation into the art of illusion. And sometimes the most low-tech solutions can work. So that was always really interesting. It doesn't have to be high-tech, low-tech can do it too.
We're given the task by the creative team of storytelling in such a way that the technology of what we do should not be seen. And one of the beauties with regards to WDI is that if you don't know, then typically there is somebody who does. And we work as a team, and we can go to those people to get ideas and feed them into what we're doing.
And now I'm supposed to say, roll media.
Come and discover the magic. Euro Disney Paris, the the most spectacular holiday in Europe. Call this number now for your free brochure or hotel reservations.
Oh, that was amazing, guys. At the end, I got to meet Tony Baxter. And then he also signed this commemorative map. Let me show you that. There he is. Tony and Sylvie, they both signed the map, and I got to chat with them for a brief second. It was awesome. It was the best. This has been the best day. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button, because tomorrow you're gonna see a video of all these different secrets about Disneyland Paris. Because right now I'm going back to the hotel room. I'm literally just gonna recharge for a few seconds, and then I am going to run back to Disneyland Paris and go meet with a bunch of cast members and people there who know all about Disneyland Paris, and we're gonna do a deep dive into all the secrets, and they're gonna show me things that even the locals and even like the diehard fans, they don't know about Disneyland Paris. That video will be coming out tomorrow, so make sure you have that notification bell and you also have that subscribe button here, so that way you get notified. The deepest secrets of Disneyland Paris coming up tomorrow. You guys are the best. Seriously, this has been the greatest day. It's been the greatest day. I loved it. And Disneyland Paris, you did not disappoint. You know how to throw a celebration.